Okay, well, it's a big win for us beating Aurora, coming off a real tough loss last week. We felt going into this game this was a good football team that had played a really tough schedule, playing a couple of good CCIW teams and Albion from the Michigan Conference. And and you throw the records out the window when you play Aurora. I mean, they've always been tough, hard-fought football games, and this really was no exception. We thought we had some opportunities to maybe make it a little less close, but you know how that goes. But we're very happy with the win, and our kids played well. Some guys stepped up. We needed some playmakers today, and the guy here to the left was one of those guys.
Talk about that kick return. That you sort of surveyed the field as you were going down there to make some cuts.
Yeah, well, our coach, Coach Mitz, he's our special teams coach, and he called a counter. So I would have taken like 20 steps, 10 to 20 steps up the field, and then counter right. It was set up perfectly. I must have congratulated over 5 guys on the whole entire kick return team. One of them just flew off their feet. It was absolutely incredible. I can't congratulate myself with the kick return. I got to congratulate the other 10 guys on the kick return team because that was absolutely an incredible blocking team.
Special teams were big, Coop.
Hey, that was the difference in the game. I think we scored 33, 3 offensive touchdowns, and one, that was another one, but off of a block punt. So I mean, special teams were pretty much responsible for 2 of the touchdowns, and that game's a lot closer. Well, hey, 23-17, we lose. Or well, no, 23-21. So we're in a dogfight. On that last drive, we're not driving to run out the clock. We're driving to try to score. You know what I mean? So special teams was a big difference. Well, a lot of guys played well. Defense played well. We gave up a few things. We shot ourselves in the foot a couple times. Special teams was the key. Block punt. And Bain making a heads-up play on the punt where he didn't think he could get the kick off, and all of a sudden there's this opening after the snap was bobbled that took off and got the first down. And that was a big play. Big play.
All right, what was it like playing in the weather today? You had to play through a lot of downpour, some crazy wind as well.
Oh God! Well, us receivers don't like that because we got to take off our gloves and now we got to do dirty work. But no, it wasn't too bad. The catching the punts wasn't too bad at all. But like I said, us receivers, we if you saw, we were taking a lot of passes from the backup quarterbacks on the sidelines to get used to the weather, because during practice there hasn't really been much rain, so we can't really practice that well. But I don't know, it's just the next guy up when it comes to with this rain. Like Colin Canito, he had a hell of a game with the rain with those 2 posts. So us receivers stepped up, and especially with the ball handling with Mike McNulty, covering with 2 hands on the ball. And it's hard, not giving up turnovers, but we did it.
Yeah, Canelo, fantastic game for him. Block punt, 2 big catches, 3 catches.
Well, defensively, Lekis and Roseman were everywhere.
Yeah, they played very well. Yeah, they're coming along. We had some guys that are very inexperienced in that secondary, and so there's some mistakes there. But those 2 kids, they played very good, played very well. The corners played well too.
Talk about the play of your offensive line. They really ran Blackwell today, and it seems like they've been keeping Kyle upright all season long.
Say that again. Sorry.
Your offensive line today really McNulty had another big day on the ground, and Kyle's really been kept upright all season long.
Yeah. No, those guys did a great job. There was some incentive today. There was some incentive. We're not 100% sure that they thought we were very good up front, and with our offensive line. And so those guys, felt like they had something to prove today. There was a little chip on their shoulder, and they've been playing well. And so it was we did what we needed to do. The thing I was really proud of was that last drive where we ran the clock out. We finished where we didn't a week ago. We didn't. This time we did, and Hardy had a couple of nice runs too during that time, but he had some good blocking too. He was playing tailback at the end of the game.
You like switching back and forth?
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it because my roots were running back, and then once end of my high school career, I started playing some receiver. So it's always nice to have some hands in the backfield too. That's what my dad always used to tell me. So I like switching off. I always like being on the field, regardless if it's running back or receiver. So I love it.
So Rockford coming up?
Yeah, we'll worry about them on tomorrow night. Right now we're gonna we always say, last week we said you're allowed 24 hours to pout after that loss, and now you got 24 hours to be happy. And then, we have our meeting, after we get done with our meeting tomorrow, go over the film, we got a varsity reserve game after that, then we're gonna start talking about Rockford.
Congrats.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.